Hello yogis, welcome to day 8. Yesterday we did a lot. We did a lot of combination flows and used a lot of energy. So today we're really going to calm down and move slowly and really nurture our bodies. And it really is aligned with today's connection because today's connection to forgiveness. And this can be an intention you set for yourself or maybe for someone else in your life that you're wanting to find forgiveness for or even from. And one of my favorite quotes when I think of forgiveness is by St. Augustine, and it is, "There is no saint without a past and no sinner without a future." And for me, when I think of forgiveness, I like to kind of bring it back to myself. Sometimes I get really in my head about, oh, I shouldn't have done that or I shouldn't have said that, and I really get upset about things. But if I can forgive myself and really let myself be forgiven, then there's a whole lot of freedom that I can do and put that energy towards other things. So today's class will move slow, we'll connect to forgiveness of ourselves, and we'll do a nice little meditation to connect and bring it all back together at the end. So to start class, we'll move into a really nice balancing breath work called Nadi Shodhana. So the left hand can relax wherever it's most comfortable, and the pointer finger and ring finger will come to the third eye. If you have any allergies or if you're not able to breathe in and out of the nose today, of course, you can just breathe in and out of the mouth and skip this part. So to start, we'll close the right nostril with the thumb and inhale through the left. Closing the left nostril with the ring finger and then exhaling out the right. Inhaling now through the right nostril, closing it with the thumb and exhaling out the left. That's one round. So inhaling again through the left, closing the left nostril and holding the breath for a moment. And now exhaling out the right. Inhaling through the right, closing both nostrils, and exhaling out the left. Inhaling through the left, closing both nostrils, and exhaling out the right. Inhaling through the right, closing both nostrils and exhaling out the left. Taking this last round at your own pace. No rush at all, but when you do finish your round, just placing both hands on the knees or lap. And taking a few breaths in and out of both nostrils now. Gently blinking the eyes open, and we'll move on to our stomachs to start. When you arrive on your belly, making a little pillow for the head, stacking the hands and turning the head to either side. Toes will come to touch and feet will fall out to the edges of the mat. So just taking a few breaths here, feeling the belly on the ground. And then slowly we'll raise our left knee up towards the left shoulder. This is a really nice, gentle hip opener. So it might feel like really cozy and not like a lot of a stretch, but we'll be here for a little bit so we can ease into it. Depending on where your hips are at today, you can bring it closer to the shoulder or you can push it further away. But again, we're just going for a gentle stretch. breathing. And seeing if you can tap into any area of yourself worth forgiving. For me, sometimes I tend to get a little caught up in negative self-talk. So for this practice, I'm going to forgive myself for that. And slowly reaching the left leg back behind you. Toes come to touch, the heels fall out, and we'll turn the head in the opposite direction. Again, just taking a breath or two here. Bringing that right knee up towards the right shoulder. And placing the leg on the ground for a half frog. And sometimes when we think of parts of ourselves that we want to forgive, it might stir up some emotion or energy that is uncomfortable. And that's why we're here to be mindful of the breath and connect to that parasympathetic nervous system. We use the tools of yoga to learn about how to deal and maneuver with all the different aspects of life. So if anything is coming up for you, just continue focusing on the breath. And remember, no matter what is coming up, it is okay. Slowly extending the right leg back behind you. And bringing the forehead into the hands, and then releasing the arms down by the sides, pushing up onto hands and knees. Raising the left arm up, we'll open up to a twist. And then exhale, threading the needle, releasing the left side of the face towards the ground. The right hand can stay beside the face, can extend towards the top of the mat. Or it might reach behind you, hand around the left thigh. Placing the right hand down beside the face, raising the left arm up to open. And exhale, placing the left hand down. Stepping the right knee forward a little bit, we'll step the left foot back and turn the right toes in for assisted side plank. So we're reaching the left arm towards the ceiling, and then we'll reach that arm overhead. You can look up towards the arm, straight ahead, or even down, depending on where that feels best for the neck. And then from here, we'll sit the hips down, and we're actually going to face the back of our mat. So extending both legs extending the knees towards the ceiling, placing the hands and feet down, moving into reverse tabletop, pushing the hips towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest. This might feel really nice on the shoulders and hips. And then as you exhale, releasing the hips down, moving into bound angle. The soles of the feet come together. Inhale, opening through the spine. And exhale, gentle forward fold. Really gentle here. The hips feel really tight, and the mind starts to create a little bit of chatter around that. Forgive that, and then come back to the breath. Slowly coming back up. From here, we'll roll over the knees, coming back onto hands and knees. Inhale, raising the right arm high, opening up through the chest. And then as you exhale, threading the needle, right side of the face comes down. Again, the left hand can stay beside the face, can reach ahead, or come behind the back. Placing the left hand down, pushing through the hand, raising the right arm up, and placing the hand down. Again, stepping that left foot or left knee forward a little bit, turning the toes in. We'll extend the right leg out, raising the right arm high. Reaching that right arm overhead. Looking down, straight ahead, or up towards the hand, whatever feels best in the neck. And then from here, we'll sit the hips back onto the ground again. You can take reverse tabletop how we did it before, or you can keep the legs extended long. Just a little variation of it. Reaching the hips towards the ceiling, the toes reach towards the ground and opening up through the throat. We don't want to completely drop the head back. We want the gaze to stay towards the ceiling. Slowly releasing the feet down, or the hips down, and moving into just a gentle seated forward fold. If your hamstrings or lower back are tight, you can always just place a blanket underneath the knees. Again, today's just about being gentle. Inhale, lengthening through the spine, and exhale, releasing forward. Repeating that again, inhale, lengthening, and exhale, releasing. Last time, inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, releasing. Coming back up through center, removing the blanket if you use that, and we'll roll forward onto hands and knees again. Adding on a little bit in this flow. So inhale, raising the left arm up, and exhale, threading the needle. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Pushing through the right hand, the left arm raises. And then we'll place it back down, turning the right leg in, the left leg extends out, reaching the left arm high. You can stay here in supported side plank, or you might raise that left leg off for a little balance. You can reach this left arm overhead, or you can bend into that left leg, reaching for the foot. Again, these are all just different options. Reaching everything long, and we'll release the hips down, coming into your choice of bound angle or forward fold. If the hips need a little more love, maybe bound angle today, the lower back and hamstrings, maybe choose forward fold. Wherever you are, inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, releasing. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, releasing. Slowly making your way back up, rolling over onto the knees one last time for a flow, raising the right arm high on the inhale, and exhale, threading the needle. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Pushing through the left hand, raising the arm up, opening up. And exhaling down. Turning the left toes in, right leg extends back, right arm reaches overhead. Right arm can extend forward again, or maybe raising up that back leg, bending into the knee and opening through the chest. If you do have the foot, pushing the foot into the hand to add in to that shoulder opener. Slowly extending everything long, coming back onto the hips. And again, Your final choice is the last time, the hamstring stretch or the bound angle hip stretch. It's up to you. Finding your pose. Inhale, lengthening the spine, raising the arms, and then exhale, releasing forward. Inhale, finding length of the spine like a halfway lift, and exhale, curling forward. Inhale, lengthening again, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, fold. Walking your hands back up. Shaking the legs out a little bit. You can kind of roll the legs in and out or extend the legs if they were bent. We're going to end our practice today with a meditation instead of Shavasana. If you're really craving a Shavasana, you can always pause the video, take 5 minutes, do Shavasana, and then meet us back for the meditation if you'd like. So for this meditation, I recommend sitting the hips up on a blanket or bolster, whatever is most comfortable. And then the hands can rest on the legs or, again, the right hand over the left in the lap. Closing the eyes or finding a soft gaze. Bringing the attention inward again. On day 5, we connected to the mind and we learned about those 2 different voices in our head. And a lot of times, one of those voices is not the best. And oftentimes, in my experience, it is sometimes the loudest. So for today's meditation, we're going to take a moment to forgive that voice and acknowledge that it is a part of us, and sometimes it does serve a purpose, but sometimes it doesn't. So in this meditation, we'll repeat to ourselves or even our inner child these 4 sentences a few times. So to yourself, say, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And thank you. Again, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And thank you. Placing your right hand over your heart and your left hand over that, and just sending yourself one last bit of forgiveness. Knowing that if you make mistakes, and even if you spend a lot of time making those mistakes, you don't have to hold on to them. Bringing the hands to touch in front of the heart. Always know that the light and love within me is very honored and proud to witness the beautiful, beautiful light within each of you. Namaste. Thank you so, so much for doing this forgiveness practice with me and just showing up on your mat, especially after yesterday, which was pretty tough. So I hope you take the rest of the day to keep connecting to forgiveness, maybe with yourself and others, and also use this time to slow down a little bit. If you want to connect with us, you can go to yogatx.org to sign up for Yoga Vita, which is our new community that's based around uninterrupted yoga videos, so no ads. There'll also be videos outside of yoga where you can connect to different parts of life that are kind of encompassing what we're going for in this path. So hope to see you in that community and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.